This is my area, the dark spot under this tree. Only place where I could find an opening in front of this building. Busy day today on a Sunday. I'm expecting to see a lot of church goers, so we're gonna see how it turn out. All right, shalom everybody. Before we get started, we're gonna face the east. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for bringing us this truth. Honors to the brothers that's pushing this truth, risking their life and freedom to do so. And shalom to the hopeful elect, the true believers in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that's returning to him during these last days, so that he may have mercy on them in his upcoming judgment. Now, I think what I'm going to start off with, we're going to go to First Thessalonians. Because you see a lot of people out here, they having a good time. They ain't got a care in the world. But they don't know World War III being stirred up. They don't know they in their last days. They don't know in the next 60 to 90 days, even less, these nuclear missiles going to be shot off at America. They don't know they about to receive judgment. It's a bunch of Edomites out here, so we prophesying against Mount Seir today, but even the few Israelites I see out here, along with the Edomites, they don't know they about to face judgment. They don't know that the Lord is highly active for the time and season that we in. They don't know that this is their last year. They don't know that the MOB is about to be rolled in right under our nose. We're gonna wake up one day and our money, the dollar system not gonna be here. But and that's a scary thing about this. I don't know if these people can even feel or even know that we in the end times. But let me go to First Thessalonians chapter 5 real quick. That was the scripture that came to mind. And then after First Thessalonians chapter 5, we're going to jump into our daily news to see what's going on in the headlines with this U.S.-Russia conflict. First Thessalonians chapter 5. Matter of fact, even before this, I ain't bring this out in a minute. We're going to get Amos chapter 8, and then we're going to go to Isaiah, I think chapter 56. Because this is a scripture I always want to open up with. Damn, what did I say? Isaiah 55. Might be 56. Man, what the heck is going on? Forgive me, y'all. 30 seconds. Dang, that's crazy. Alright, so anyways, we're going to bring out Amos 8 and 11. Because what season we in? We in tax season. In tax season, you know the doors close after so long. So we need to be treating this truth like it's tax season. You need to get it while you can. You need to get it while it's readily available. While you got brothers like me out here bringing out the truth, while you can find the truth on the internet, while you can search for the correct breakdowns of the scriptures, because eventually we're not going to be able to come outside and you're not going to be able to find the truth on the internet. It's going to be like the book of Eli. Only difference, it's going to be Bibles out here. It's just not going to be nobody with the correct breakdowns. Because it's not the Bible that's the threat to the Edomites and to this kingdom. It's the correct breakdown of the Bible that's a threat to these Edomites. It's the correct breakdown of the Bible that's breaking this stuff down. Because these pastors and these fake prophets, they've been breaking down the Bible for hundreds of years incorrectly. And it didn't hurt these Edomites' kingdom one bit. But when we bring the truth for the Bible out, that's the threat. How they say, oh, guns don't kill people. They say stupid niggas with guns kill people. Well, the Bible itself is not a deadly tool. But when you got a stupid Negro like me with the correct breakdown of the scriptures, then the Bible is a deadly tool. Somebody that can wield it correctly. So Amos chapter 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahawadah, that I will send a famine in the land. So the days come, there's going to be a famine in the land. What kind of famine? Not a famine of bread, meaning food, nor a thirst for water. Not a famine for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And this is hearing the words of the Lord. And that's the kind of famine that's coming. And this is why I want to get the truth why it's hot. Because back 2019, when this whole sickness started, everybody's looking for answers. Everybody's looking to the movies, looking to the Bible. Well, what's coming next? That's going to disrupt all of this, disrupt the entire flow of society. Everybody can be looking for answers again. But this time, when it happens, it's going to be too hectic to search out this truth. This truth takes time, like with anything, like when you're taking a class. So that's why you got to get the truth now. You can't miss, if you got a 14-week semester, you can't miss 12 weeks and expect to go in there the last 2 weeks and learn everything you should have been learning. Same with this truth. When all hell breaks loose, when this system is disrupted, you're not going to be able to come and try to learn the Bible to learn what's going on and learn what you need to learn to save your life, to receive salvation. It's going to be too much. So the day is coming, it's going to be a famine of the word. And that's what the book of Eli was showing. There's going to be Bibles out here, but we're not going to be out here. Eventually, it's going to be a crime to be out here in public for the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They're gonna make that name a terrorist group. And also, even that's why they're trying to get rid of freedom of speech now. They got hate speech, medical misinformation. They got all this stuff to try to censor what we're talking about and to try to censor the people in general. But they're not worried about censoring everybody. They're just trying to censor this truth. Every other video I upload get taken down. I say 2 out of 3 videos get taken down that I upload. So verse 12. And all like we say, it's going to be Bibles out here, but you're not going to be able to find the correct breakdown. There's going to be a shortage of people who has the correct understanding. Verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of Yahweh, but shall not find it. And it says they shall wander from sea to sea. That don't mean east coast and west coast. And what do you do when you wander in the sea? Well, they got a term called surfing. Like when you surf the waters, well, they got a term called surfing the net, surfing the internet. So you surf the internet as you would when you surf in the sea. So wander from sea to sea, people gonna be surfing the net, jumping from Google to YouTube to Dailymotion to Yahoo to Rumble to Odyssey, looking for these teachings. And they shall run to and fro. So you're not gonna be running back and forth literally. You're gonna be running on the internet. You're gonna be running the search engines. When you think about a car, the car makes the engine run. So um, people gonna be running these search engines to access this truth, but they're not gonna be able to find it. And that's why it says, "And shall not find it." And that's what's gonna happen. And that's what's gonna and not being able to access this truth. That's pretty much the Lord sealing everything. That means all his believers are sealed. That means people's final judgment has been is going to be brought forth. And when you think about all right, we're gonna scratch that thought. But this Bible, it's a warning. It's a book of death threats, obituaries. It's a warning. And when somebody make threats, they only make threats for so long. So seeing the prophets out here, seeing the teachers on YouTube, that's us bringing a warning. The Lord not gonna warn you with His mouth. He gonna warn you through His servants, which would be us. Because the Lord ain't gotta come warn you Himself. He a great King. But um, when the Lord removes these teachings, removes us from out here, who's the truth off the internet, the warning is over. No more warning. The Lord done talking. It's gonna be straight to the action, and the action is judgment, and that judgment is this year. Because Elder Apostle Tahar labeled this year the year of the turn up. So the Lord is gonna get very active this year. It's and then so you're about to see death and judgment on a massive scale. So I just want to start it off with that. You know, get this truth while you can. We in tax season. Everybody's scrambling for documents and taxes, but we need to be scrambling for this truth because it's only gonna be here for so long. It's like tax season. Then eventually, the IRS, you can't access them. They shut their doors. They don't pick up when you call. Same with this truth. The doors is open for repentance. The Lord is going to close them doors. You're not going to be able to call on us or even reach out to us. And we're going to show that. I think it's Ezekiel 3. I should have it in 30 seconds. It might be 5. Forgive me. Let me look for my notes real quick. It was chapter 3. All right. So like we say, you're gonna reach out to people, but you're not gonna be able to get this truth. The Lord got a hotline, and we the hotline. We always open for questions, concerns, discussion, uh, more in-depth breakdowns. But the Lord gonna close down that hotline, and that's spoken of right here. Matter of fact, we're gonna start at verse 25. But thou, O Son of Man, it's talking about the man of the Lord, behold, they shall put bands upon thee. A band is something that binds you, that restricts your movement. This will we now know as handcuffs. Behold, they shall put bands upon thee, they shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. So when they binding us with these bands, tying us up, handcuffing us, for bringing out this truth, throwing us in jail, we're not gonna come out here no more. And if we continue, I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth. So when people try to access this hotline, try to inquire to this truth, the Lord gonna make our tongues cleave to the roof of our mouth. We not gonna want to talk. That thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So we're not going to reprove you, meaning we're not going to correct you according to the scriptures. We're not going to give you insight on the breakdowns of the scriptures. The Lord going to make us not want to talk. And the Lord going to put that spirit on us. We're not going to be in control. The spirit going to be controlling us. But the spirit controlling all of us now. But the Lord going to put a mute spirit on us where we just don't want to warn the people no more. But that's why we got to get this truth. It's not going to be here forever. Nothing is out there forever. Like tax season, that ain't out there forever. What else? Stimulus checks. That don't be forever. When y'all hear y'all got something coming, y'all run to it. Well, guess what? This is a spiritual stimulus check. That stimulus check that y'all getting from Sloppy Joe, that's only going to last for so long. But this one going to last forever. This everlasting riches right here. So with that being said, we're going to jump to 55 and 6. I think I know what I'm looking for now. Found it. All right, so also last scripture here before we move on. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek you the Lord while he may be found. Seek him while he is found. How do you find the Lord? It's through the scriptures, the correct breakdown of the scriptures. So seek the man while they out here. If we pass y'all information to our YouTube channels or the other brothers' YouTube channels, check out those channels, get the breakdown, and read for yourself. So again, seek the Lord while he may be found. That would be you seeking him, something you do on your own. Call you on him while he is near. So call upon him while he is near. And call upon, that's when you reach out to somebody else. So call upon his men. Emails, YouTube comments, however, call upon him, you know, while he is near. Meaning while you have access to the man of the Lord, where you can just easily reach out to us. Because eventually you're not gonna be able to reach out to us. But if you do, in that time, our tongue gonna cleave to the roof of our mouth. So again, seek the Lord while he may be found. That's you researching him on your own, giving the proper guidance. Call you on him while he is near. So reach out, hit the Lord's hotline. We the hotline. So now we're gonna jump to First Thessalonians. We're gonna show this a crazy time. And then me, the spirit that I've been in a warrior spirit lately. Like me and my girl been talking, asked me like what you wanna do or this and that. I don't be wanna do nothing. It's hey, whatever you wanna do. Cause I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have no wants. I'm operating just off of instincts. What's your instincts? All right, I need to rest, I need to sleep, I need to eat, and and take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies, hygiene, whatever we need to do. But that's all I've been worried about. I'm going off of pure instincts because that's what we're coming into. When the society collapse, you're not gonna have no wants, your emotions, your wants. That stuff's not gonna save you. You're gonna operate. You're gonna operate off of pure instincts, or your instincts is what people gonna be operating off of. And what's the main instincts people have? Food and water and sleep, and that's what we're gonna be operating off of. We're gonna be the only concerns when all this stuff collapses, and that's my only concern now. I'm already there mentally, and a lot of men of the Lord, they're the same way. Then even like a lot of pointless conversations, even just wasting time, like just out here walking, gagging. I ain't been in the mood for that. Now if we're gonna go out to eat or go to a movie, we can do that, but let that be it. Like not just be wandering out here like a lost dog. just sightseeing and hanging out and chilling just for the heck of it, this ain't the time for that. The men of the Lord, even y'all that's believing, hey, we got to put a certain amount of time each day for studying and reading. We can't get too caught up out here. But this First Thessalonians chapter 5, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, that's the brothers, the brotherhood, the prophets. This is the bloodline of Israel. All the prophets were Israelites, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So this is Paul saying, you already know what time it is. I ain't even got to mention it. What's understood ain't got to be explained. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So he's saying, I ain't even got to mention it. You already know that the Lord come as a thief in the night. You already know it's going to come suddenly. And that's what's going to happen. He's going to come as a thief in the night. These people, they in their own world, gagging. They're not even really aware of what's going on. When you having fun, you're not aware. You're not aware of the time. That's why they say time flies when you having fun. So these people, time is flying by. All kind of stuff is happening and going right past them, and they missing all of it. They missing all the clues, all the hints, all the prophecy that's taking place, okay? Because they're having fun. So the day of the Lord is going to come suddenly to them. But for us that's in this truth, I mean, it's gonna come quicker than we expect. But we're not gonna be taken by surprise, and that's a fearful thing. It's people out here with babies and children, and they're gonna pretty much be they're gonna be taken by surprise. And if the Lord came back right now, what would He catch people doing? Not acknowledging Him. A lot of these people, the Lord is not on their mind. Neither are the scriptures. The Lord is always on our mind. Even when I'm doing something, I'm doing it with half my mind. The other half of my mind, I'm thinking of the scriptures, reciting the scriptures in my head, looking at what's going on, seeing what we can make lessons on. So I'm going to start at verse 2 again, and I'm going to continue to verse 3. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And we can see that's the spirit that's in the world right now. I mean, you got the stuff with Russia, but America is downplaying it. But America and all these nations, they're gonna start screaming peace and safety. Once they got their new world order, somewhat established. And when it's sickness, this pandemic with this C19, you know what I'm talking about. They gonna start letting that die off. They gonna scream peace and safety. But when they shall say that, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So this destruction, it's not gonna be gradual. It's gonna be sudden. Because all the prophecies up to now, they've been through gradualism. They've been gradually increasing, one thing leading to another. This destruction is going to be no gradualism to it. It's going to be just out of the blue. Everything going to seem like it's going all good, and then the missile's going to be up there. And that's concerning this war. It's going to seem like this tension with Russia and the U.S., it's going to seem like it's at a stalemate, like it's dying down. That people going to, scream peace and safety. But Russia already made up their mind. So when it's pandemic, that stuff with Russia, they look like it's dying down, then boom, the missile's going to be in the sky. Then sudden destruction, the missiles coming quick. You're going to suddenly get the announcement through your electronic devices that missile's been shot. And then suddenly the missile's going to be in the sky. Because these electronic devices, they're not going to let you know right away. There's going to be a small delay. And these missiles only take 25, 30 minutes to get here. So 15 minutes later, you're gonna hear these missiles. You're gonna see these missiles in the sky. So everything is gonna be suddenly. It's gonna be like, as a thief in the night, and they should not escape. Like when a woman that travails a child, when the water breaks, it's all of a sudden. She be going about her daily routine, living out her life. Oh, boom, water break. It don't matter where she at, in the car, at a movie theater, that water break, that child coming. So when they scream peace and safety, hey, that destruction coming. And shall not escape. There's going to be no escape. There's going to be nothing that they can do. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. And that's what you're just saying. It's going to overtake these people as a thief. It's going to take them by surprise. But us, in this truth, we're not going to be taken by surprise because we're expecting it every day. We're expecting it any day now. We're checking our resources every day. Hey, what's going on? And we about to check them right now. Yup. So we about to check them right now. All right. So we're gonna type in Russia, Ukraine, U.S. You're gonna filter by the upload date. We're gonna see. So this was 28 minutes ago. The title to this: Russia-Ukraine standoff. U.S. troops arrive in Poland. General speaks of ironclad alliance. Hey, so the U.S. they going to all these countries that surround Russia. Russia-Ukraine standoff. This is 3 hours ago. Western experts, Western expats call for support from their governments. So the troops over there, hey, they calling for support from the government. They going all out. This was 3 hours ago. Ukraine conflict. Support pours in from U.S., India, Germany, among others. All right. 6 hours ago, U.S. troops arrive in Poland to deter and defeat Russian aggression. Russia is not the aggressors here. They're just trying to protect their national security. Man, all right, this is a good one right here. U.S. Russia standoff over Ukraine is a manufactured drama. And the Ukraine president said that the U.S. media is making stuff worse than what it seems to be. He said America is pushing and egging on Russia for this war. They create no war. So I'm gonna check this one page I follow. Russia Marines and paratroopers put on high alert as war with Ukraine draws closer. And this was 2 days ago. Russia and China oppose NATO expansion in Europe as message to the United States. So not only does Russia oppose NATO's expansion in the Eastern Hemisphere, China opposes it. Because if they put military bases close to Russia, the military bases is also close to China. China don't want nothing to do with the U.S. over there. So the stuff is heating up, hey, day by day. This is literally like a chessboard. Hey, pieces being moved by the hour. It's a big chessboard, and the Lord is moving those pieces. And it's like, yeah, every and like the dude said, he said this war already started, because Russia, they've been messing with people's internet, they've been messing with their electrical grid, because these countries that Russia is going to hit, these countries going to be in the dark when the U.S. hit them. Meaning they ain't going to have no power or no electricity. And if you ain't got no electricity, you ain't got no defenses. Hey, so Russia going about this in a very smart way. So that's what we see in the news, in the headlines concerning this tension over Ukraine. But now, like I did yesterday, I got a handful of scriptures on my notes that we're going to go over, and we're just going to bring them out. So last week I talked about how the Lord's people going into captivity is all throughout the Bible. And as a whole, it's very known who went into captivity. It's more largely known that the Negroes went into captivity, but this also includes the Hispanics and Native Americans. Because everywhere we at, the Native Americans and Hispanics there too, under the same conditions, under the same oppression, same discrimination. But they was also on these slave ships too. And they was on slave ships before us. And that's in the Apocrypha. But then also, it said that the Lord's people would be scattered. These Lord's people were scattered to go into captivity. And to be scattered, we was taken from our own land, and we was put in the land of those who oppress us. We was put in the land of the heathen nations, of those who hate us. But although the Lord scattered us and sent us into captivity, what is salvation according to the Bible? Salvation is the Lord gathering his people from all these lands that he scattered us to and saving us, removing us from our captivity, and saving us from the people who hate us and oppress us and do evil towards us. That's all salvation is. It's not going to salvation from hell, from the ground opening up. Oh, and also salvation from the destruction. But ultimately, it's salvation, hey, from the condition that we in. So, yeah, we got action, y'all.
Hello.
Hola, how y'all doing?
What do you have going on?
So, got the truth of the Bible out here for people to read for themselves and not listen to a church or a pastor or what anybody's pushed on them. Because according to the Bible, his Hebrew name for the Heavenly Father is Yahawadah, meaning he exists. The name of the Son in Hebrew is Yahawadah. So we can scratch Jesus, Jehovah. There was no J's or no E's in the Hebrew language. And then we got a more accurate depiction of the Messiah, what the world calls Jesus over here. Because in Revelation, it describes his true image. And Revelation, that root word means to reveal. So it's the revealing of the Messiah himself. He reveals himself in the first chapter, because in the last days that his true image will be corrupted. And then the Lord has a chosen people, which would be the people on the signs right here. And all those people, they all at the bottom of society. We was a great people back in the day, but we all at the bottom living under the same oppression and the same conditions. And that's not a coincidence. That's because we disobeyed the Most High time and time again for thousands of years. So he pretty much put us in this lower state that we in today. And we was worshiping other gods, following after other people. So we were supposed to worship him, but since we was following after everybody, after all the other people, he said all the other people that we was following up over us. Like, since you want to follow them after them so much, you're gonna have to serve them in a lower state. So that's what we see now. And then you got the people who call themselves Jews and Israelis. They're not the real people of the Lord. They call Edomites in the Bible. That's in Genesis, the 25th chapter. And we in the last days, some people say they can feel it, or they can see, or they say they can see with all the stuff that's going on. But the the Lord is going to return soon and save a remnant of his people. And the remnant is just a small number because most of our people is not going to turn back to the Bible or even search out. They're not going to, if I tell some of my people they're Israelites, they're going to turn their neck from it. You know, all they know is they an American Negro or a black. And that was all created by the people in power. And this is what the Lord called us over here in black. And the people in power took those names and started calling us these names here. So when we read the Bible, we can identify with it. It's kind of like a fairy tale and just a book of a bunch of people, and we don't know who it applies to. Because everybody that's here today was here at the beginning because the Lord created all of us. So one of the big things we understand in the Bible is knowing who is who. And then America is going to be destroyed by fire. A big nuclear war is hinted all throughout the Bible, and why America is going to be destroyed because America pushes deceit and wickedness all over the planet. They go all over the planet, disrupting other nations, doing all kind of evil stuff, and also what they did to the Lord's chosen people. You know, we can see that that's being stirred up right now with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. A lot of people can hope that it's going to die down, but it's not going to. But before that World War III pops off, they're going to introduce the MOB, which would be the microchip that they want to put inside of everybody. And then everybody who receives the mark, they're going to be destroyed with America in a nuclear destruction. So that's pretty much a summary of what I got going on. I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, I guess here goes a couple curses. We know that we're the chosen people. That the Bible, because throughout the Bible, I got the scriptures here. The prophets, Isaiah, Job, Jeremiah, they all describe themselves as having black skin or locks of hair, or stuff like that. But we know we the people from the curses of Deuteronomy. The Lord said, if you obey me, I set you on high above all people. I give you all these blessings. But if you disobey me, I'm going to put all these curses on you. Like one curse here is Deuteronomy 28:48, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And if you Google yoke of iron and Google search images, all you're going to see is us and Native Americans in this condition with yokes of iron on our necks. Another curse in verse 41, it says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity, which is slavery. And we the only ones as a people who had our children took from us off the slave ships, or even after we birthed here in America, when they was born into slavery, they was taken from us. And then last curse, it says the Lord shall take thee into Egypt again with ships. In the Bible, Egypt has a meaning. It means house of bondage or slavery. So when it says he would take you to Egypt with ships, it doesn't mean like actual ancient Egypt where the pyramids are, because they could just walk there, like the Romans would take them there. But Egypt means captivity or slavery. So that's the Lord telling us that he'd take us into slavery again with ships. And we don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a regular King James.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
You said the mark of the beast. Are you?
I'm sorry. I'm recording. Try not to say the V word.
Oh.
They take the video down. VAX.
Okay.
Oh, or actually the C word. I know what you mean.
Okay.
So.
Well, the reason I say that because when the Bible does talk about the mark of the beast, it talks about also it being there's going to be the Antichrist. So to me, I don't think we're at that point yet. If that makes sense. Because there's going to be Antichrist and there's going to be lots of destruction. People are going to be.
Yes, when the Messiah was on the scene, he said that there's many Antichrists already.
Right, but I don't think we've seen Antichrist. And also, do you believe that Christians or believers will be like taken from the earth before or after the Antichrist?
You mean taken from the earth before the destruction?
Yes.
Destruction of America, as far as like what I'm.
Yeah, like whenever like I guess the rapture. Like, do you feel like will be here for like, or I guess believers around the world, do you think people will be here to see like the Antichrist, like Revelation? Yeah, like Revelation. Because some people believe that believers will be taken, and then like kind of like the Revelation will play out, and then some people say no. Like for example, I go to church in San Antonio. My pastor said we actually walked through the whole Revelation series, like we walked through a piece of everything, and he was like, my personal belief is that believers will be here whenever these things do occur, like destruction, Antichrist.
So we're gonna be here, but when the destruction happens, that's when the Lord is gonna save His people. Like when ancient Egypt, when they went through the sea, He didn't take His people out of Egypt. He literally made them go through the water to where they had no other way, and He just was still pursuing them. And then that's kind of like what's happening here. Like when a fire comes to America, the believers gonna be taken out last minute, but the believers are gonna have to endure all of this stuff because it's like the final test. Even with the MOB, you could be a believer, but a lot of believers gonna break in the hour of temptation when the MOB comes.
Yeah, I think there's like different takes, so I just wanted to hear what your opinion on it.
Oh yeah. Then anything I say,
sure, yeah.
I could show in the scripture. So just we like to talk with the scriptures, like not with our own feelings or our own thoughts.
I just think in terms of whether or not believers will be here. Personally, like reading the Revelation, I don't think that's necessarily clear from what I'm saying. On my standpoint, I don't think it's necessarily clear who will be here to witness everything.
Okay, so you think
I don't think that anyone cannot still be saved when destruction comes. Like I think there's a chance that people can still give their lives to the Lord. But I do think that like I'm not at the beginning, but I think believers will be taken. I don't know why we still be here.
No, they be so what I'm saying, they be taken like right before the missiles, but like all hell breaking loose and like the tribulation, the believers to be here.
I agree. I think that like believers can there's still a chance that people can give their life to God. Yeah. I think that people can still give their life to God.
Yeah.
Whenever these things do occur. And I think that taking the mark of the beast, people that do say no to that and that have given their life to God after the fact, I think that they can still be saved. But I'm just saying, like, for example, I've given my life to God. Like, I don't know if I'll be here to see anything like this, like in the Revelation. Like, there's evil now, but I'm saying, like, whenever these things are occurring in Revelation, when they were talking about, like, the scrolls unfolding, things like that, I don't think that will be around.
Well, in Matthew 24, it said it'd be wars, rumors of wars. So we live in a revelation. This.
I guess what I'm saying is whenever, like the end, and
So, what do you believe the destruction is? Do you believe it's fire
from
above, or so the Antichrist? That would pretty much be the Antichrist. Everything is the Antichrist. It's not going to be a new thing on the scene. The Antichrist being here, because like with the Book of Revelation, the end days started when the Messiah was born. It's not said for the very last. So the revelation has really been going on for 2,000 years already.
I agree on that.
So I can't remember the specific details, but the Antichrist would pretty much be like the Roman Catholic Church. They went through and painted all of the images to not look like us. They changed his name. They changed the Sabbath from the last day to Sunday. They said the last day he rested, and Sunday's the first day, so they made that the Sabbath. They changed up a lot of the laws and times. They went through and changed a lot of stuff. So that if anything, that would be the Antichrist that would deceive them, because it was stated that the Antichrist would deceive the world. It's the Roman Catholic Church. They're the entity that deceived the world. Oh, go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Roman Catholic, and our church does not believe that Jesus is white.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that.
Nor does our bishop or deacon or pope.
Well, that's good.
Actually, the Catholic Church feels that some branches of Christianity have turned into that because we believe the traditional way that he's not white. That's not.
Okay.
That's not what's up.
I think the Roman Catholic Church, like based out of Rome, like I read Catholic priest that came from Rome, like directly, like, and I don't know everything, I'm not gonna lie. So, but I have, been around like Catholics as well, and so
Yeah.
not necessarily. So it's just different.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even with your church, that's good. They don't do that, but your church, even a lot of other churches, there's going to be differences in between them. But
Exactly, yeah.
but at the source of it, they the ones who did it during like the
No,
Renaissance
I know
period.
what you're talking about, like back then.
So yeah.
Thank you for sharing your opinion. It was nice to see what other people think, and I hope you have a good day.
Oh yeah.
What's your
Thanks for
name?
checking me out. Chris.
Chris, Leah, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Have a blessed one.
All right, y'all too. Hey, you can see the fear in people when you tell them America is gonna be destroyed. Then, like the one lady said, I told her we're gonna be here through the stuff. She said, "Do we think we're gonna see the Antichrist and this, and that?" And we're not there yet. I told her the Antichrist been here, And if it's some elders in the comments with the Book of Revelation, I know there's an Antichrist, there's a false prophet. If somebody can give me correction on that, please do. I know my brother Labar hit me the text. Some of those details, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. But the Antichrist is anybody who's anti-Yahawadah, anti-Yahweh. They're against the God of the Bible. So it could be somebody else over here saying you don't believe in the Bible. That makes them an Antichrist. That's why Yahawadah said there'll be many Antichrists. Matter of fact, we're gonna bring that up for edification. And that's 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So there's many Antichrists out here, and that's why I told her it's a Roman Catholic Church who played the role of the Antichrist as deceiving the whole world. And then she said she don't know why people will be here to witness all of this. It's because the Lord is going to test us. Well, the believers is being tested now. We're going to be tested even through this great tribulation. Why would the Lord speak of the great tribulation if He's going to take His believers out of it? Why would He warn us of it if He's not going to be here for it? And we're going to bring that out in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So 2/3 is going to be cut off in this great tribulation. But the 1/3 shall be left therein, shall be left in the earth. And that's what I was trying to make with the example with the Egyptians and the Israelites. When the Lord was plaguing Egypt, He didn't take the Israelites out of Egypt. They endured the plagues along with the Egyptians. Just the Israelites didn't receive those plagues. They was right there witnessing the works of the Lord, witnessing the Lord slowly destroy the Egyptians from the inside out. And that's going to be the same thing with what's going on now. When all hell breaking loose, we're going to see the Lord working. You're going to see the plagues that's going to hit everybody that's outside of this truth. And that's how when we read, it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. Because the Lord is not taking us out of here. We're not going nowhere. But why is the Lord going to leave us here? Here it is. And now we'll bring the 3rd part through the fire. So we're going to be brought through the fire. Fire cleanses, makes you pure. Like they got to put gold through the fire to cleanse it and make it pure. So again, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. And I will refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. So the 1/3 is going to be left here to be tried in the fire as gold is tried in the fire. And while they're being tried here on earth, it says they shall call upon my name. And they're going to be asking the Lord for help to save them out of this, to save them out of that. And the Lord will hear them. It says, I will say, it is my people. They shall say, Yahawadah Yahawadah is my God. So, and that's a common thing with Christianity. Christianity tell you that you're not going to be here to witness none of the stuff going on. Well, why did we have to witness this whole this pandemic? That's all revelation. That's part of the plagues. And we're gonna go to the book of Revelation real quick. I think it's 2:11. Maybe chapter 3. Hey, cutie. So cute. Oh, go. All right, so this brother, hey, a lot of babies been out here waving and speaking to me. But that's the Holy Spirit. One of my teachers, Yahawadah Macabbees, he had a whole flock of duck and geese come up to him. And you know, them ducks mean, you can't get up on them. But they all came to hear the Lord. Brothers be having that. They be having animals come up to hear the Lord. But like we say, the believers, the true believers in Yahawadah, they're going to be here to endure all this. The Lord not going to pull anybody out of this. We just saw that the 1/3 going to be left their in. They're going to be tried as gold is tried, and they're going to be tested. And we're going to call on his name while we're going through this stuff. And that's why when we read Revelations 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Because we have kept the word and endured it with patience. The words of the scriptures, the Bible in its entirety. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the believers, the true believers, the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. Now let's continue. I'm going to start over to continue all the way through. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, the holy scriptures, and endured with patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the hour of temptation is going to come upon all the world. So this is everybody. To try them that dwell on the earth, meaning to test them, to see if they really down for the God of the Bible. Do they really stand firmly on this? So the hour of temptation is going to come on all the world. Not just the non-believers, it's going to hit the believers too. Rather, you think you gave your life to God, even some of us brothers, we're going to have to endure this hour of temptation to testify against them, if that's our mission. The Lord selected certain brothers and certain believers to carry out certain missions. Hey, and that's going to be a hard thing to endure the hour of temptation. I mean, it's going to be hard if you don't abide in these scriptures. And I think about myself often. What am I going to have to face? Hey, I might have to face this hour of temptation. But you got Elder Apostle Tahar and Gabar. They've been laboring in this truth for 40 years. You got the elders of great, you got the brothers of Great Millstone who've been doing this work for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. They put in great work. They already proved themselves. And look at me, I'm a newcomer. I've been in the truth. I guess you could say this going on my 4th year, but I've been teaching, this for a little over a year now. So I'm a newcomer to this. The elders of Great Millstone, the brothers, they done faced all kind of hell. They've been slandered all over the internet. I ain't really faced nothing yet, so I gotta face something. If I'm trying to be a prophet, a man of the Lord, I gotta face something. Hey, the Lord might make me face hour of temptation. Hey, well, you could prove yourself all at once in this 1 hour. Hey, that might be what the Lord do for me. Hey, and that's cool. I got it set in my mind and my spirit that I'm gonna prove myself in that hour of temptation that should come upon all the world to test them. And the Lord warned us of the mark of the MOB because we would have to endure it. Everything in this book is a warning. It's a heads up. It's a, hey, watch out for this. If we didn't have to endure it, the Lord wouldn't have put it in the Bible. And that's a big thing with the Christian church. People think they're not going to have to endure stuff. They think they're just going to be walked out of here peacefully. And that's what the elder Shazak was saying on Mysteries of the Kingdom as I was listening to last night. If you're the elect, you're not going to just get taken out of here peacefully. We're going to get some battle scars. We're going to get some war wounds. Because what? We're going to be tried as gold is tried in the fire. We're going to be refined as silver is refined. And think about the Israelites in ancient Egypt. They didn't just peacefully get walked out of ancient Egypt. They got pursued by the armies of the Egyptians. They went through the water. You know, people was falling, busting up their knees and elbows, scraping themselves, tripping over stuff. Even when they went down in the sea, you know, it had a slope, so people was falling down that slope, hurting themselves, tripping over stuff. They got some war wounds too. And that's how the Lord do. He's a man of war. The Lord not going to take us out of here. And what did the Israelites see? They saw the destruction of the Egyptians. They saw their bodies all in the water. And we're going to see the destruction. We're going to see the fire coming down. And we're going to be taken out of here the last minute from the destruction. But from the great tribulation, from all kind of evil and wickedness that's going on in the streets, we got to endure that. Now I'm trying to think where else we can get that at. Well, we're going to go to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. I ain't been there in a little minute. We're going to start from the top. We're going to show that while the great tribulation is going on, all these people getting put to death, we are going to be here to see it. Hey, we're going to start from the top. He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them to have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. So the Lord was calling out to these death angels. That's the man with the destroying weapons. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man had a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. So the Lord called 6 of these angels. 5 of them had their destroying weapons, and 1 of them had a writer's inkhorn. That's an ancient version of an ink pen. That's why the word ink is in it. And the glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. So Yahweh called to the angel that had the writer's inkhorn. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh sent it to him. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sign and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And this same prophecy now applies to America. So now the Lord has sent this angel with the writer's inkhorn to go all throughout America and all throughout the world to set a mark upon the foreheads of the people that sigh and cry over all the abominations that's done in the earth. So we crying out against transgenderism, homosexuality, pedophilia, oppression, deceit. Everybody that's crying out against that, we're going to get a mark in our head. Now, if we crying out over our oppressors, Lord, save us from them, we tired of this stuff, we're going to get the mark in our head. those will be the true believers. Because if you're a true believer, you're not going to be a lover of the world. You're not going to even love your life. You're going to get that in the book of Revelation next. But everybody who cry out against this place, that's who the Lord is setting a mark on their foreheads. Now let's continue. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, and let not your eyes spare, neither have any pity. So the one angel with the writer's inkhorn, he gonna mark everybody in their forehead who the Lord told them to mark. But everybody else who don't get marked, the Lord gonna have them. The Lord gonna smite them. The Lord gonna smite those other 5 death angels with their destroying weapon. It's gonna smite them other people. And this will come to pass while they were. Oh, I'm sorry. And he said unto them, hold on. And to the others who don't got the mark, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither ye have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the sanctuary, they began at the ancient men which were before the sanctuary. So right now we are being marked. Yahawadah and me and the people, that's believing on this truth, hopefully we've been marked. And when you go into the Hebrew definition of this word mark, this word means to be exempt from judgment. So it's a mark to be exempt from judgment, a mark to be exempt from the Lord's wrath. That's what this mark is. And the people who don't get this mark of exemption, hey, they're gonna be killed. They're gonna be killed throughout the world. And it doesn't say nothing about, it doesn't say nothing about like, everybody who got the mark of exemption, take them out of the world, take them out of the earth. No, it said those who don't got the mark, smite them and utterly slay them. So the death angel, it's going to be passing over us if we got that mark of exemption. And it's going to be slaying everybody around us. Matter of fact, another scripture just came to mind. So, forgive me. Let me get about 45 seconds to look up this verse. So we're gonna go to Psalms 91. We're gonna start at verse 7. We're just showing that the true believers, those who can receive salvation, we're going to be here through all the drama. And these people will get a rude awakening. People don't even consider. They hear one thing and they believe it. They don't go search it out for themselves. They hear one thing and believe it. And these people gonna have a rude awakening. They're not gonna make it out of this. These people gonna fold. They're gonna break apart when they see what I seen in my dream. They're gonna break apart, and they're gonna know, that's Ezekiel. They're gonna know that a prophet has been among them. And for that particular moment, I would be that prophet that was among her. That told her we're gonna be here through all this stuff. So we have Psalms 91 verse 7, showing that, we gonna be here through all this. Why is the Lord telling us not to be afraid? Because it's gonna be terror in the earth. Now let me read 91. We're gonna start at verse 6. At verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. So don't be afraid of the terror by night or the arrow that flieth by day. The arrow is a sword. Why is the Lord telling us this? Because we're going to be in the midst of all this stuff. Now I'm going to read that again. I'm going to go through verse 7. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So again, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So when these people get put to death, we're gonna be in here of it. How else is people gonna be falling? How else is 1,000 people gonna be falling on our left and 10,000 people gonna be falling on our right side? That's the destruction. I mean, even before that, that's a great tribulation. That's showing that we're gonna witness all this stuff. We're gonna see these people falling in great number. But again, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the wicked, and see the reward of the wicked. And that's why the Lord is going to leave us here through all this stuff. When we see these people falling in great number, we seeing the reward of the wicked. Now let me read this again, so I kind of messed it up. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because we're going to see the reward of the wicked when we see them falling in great number. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. It's because we made Yahawadah our habitation. There shall no evil befall thee. So no evil is going to befall us. We're not going to fall to none of the evil that's around us. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So neither is any of the plagues going to come upon us, because we're going to be here in the midst of the plagues while these other people, they're receiving the other plagues for their judgment, for their reward for being the wicked or not coming back to these scriptures. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Because you're going to have angels in charge of us to keep us in line, to keep us safe. And if we continue, because he hath set his love upon me. The Lord set his love upon the elect. Therefore will I deliver him. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Hey, this is a bad little chapter right here. He will set us on high because we have known his name. They don't say know his titles or know his names with an S. They say he will set us on high because we know his name. And his name is Yahawadah. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So we're going to be in the midst of all this stuff. You can't receive. So we're going to be in the midst of all these plagues, of all this judgment, of all this death. We can't receive salvation if it's not death and destruction going on around us. If I walk through this park and I be like, yeah, the Lord saved me. Saved me from what? But if it's martial law and FEMA troops all through here and they shooting at me, hey, don't nothing touch me, hey, I can say the Lord saved me. If it's a mass shooting out here and people getting put to death, there's bombs out here, stuff blowing up, and the Lord, hey, don't no harm touch me, then I can say, hey, the Lord saved me. He saved me because he didn't save others around me. For you to receive salvation, that means somebody else not gonna get saved. Hey, for the Lord to love you, that means the Lord doesn't love somebody else. You can't say the Lord loves me, but he loves everybody. That ain't love. Hey, for the Lord to show you mercy, that means somebody else not gonna get shown mercy. Because if everybody gets shown mercy, it want mercy to begin with. So that lady, hey, the woman said, hey, she think, well, the Lord gonna save us out of all of this before it happened. That ain't salvation then. Because what you getting saved from? Because like one thing I learned, salvation and destruction comes hand in hand. When the Lord saved the Israelites, he destroyed the Egyptians. Hey, when the Lord saved us, he's going to destroy these Americans. So that's a foolish thing to assume that we're going to be getting taken out of harm's way, out of the trouble before anything happens. Hey, that was a good one. Psalms 91, start at verse 5. Matter of fact, we're going to read that again all the way through. Dang, that's a bad one too. Hold on. Hey, the Bible, man. Oh man. Hey, I can't miss this one. So, oh man, I cannot miss this one. So this is a bad one right here. So we're gonna read this real quick. For thou, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, has made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Yeah, the Lord's works are very great. His thoughts, the scriptures, are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. So again, who is the brutish man? Who is the fool? This is talking about the Edomites, but also the two-thirds. A brutish man knoweth not, neither does a fool understand this. When the wicked, who is the wicked? Malachi 1:4, the Edomites, the white race. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. So the Lord is making them spring up as the grass. They in great number. They have, their population falling, but there's millions and maybe even a couple billion white people on the planet. So when they spring up as the grass, when the workers of iniquity do flourish, when they prosper in their ways, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. And what better way to punish somebody? They flourishing, they prospering. Hey, they here in great number. They got riches. They doing good. They on top of the world, just to be destroyed forever. And that's concerning the Edomites. And it also here it called them the workers of iniquity, the workers of sin. Let's continue. But thou, Lord, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Lord, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn, and I shall be astonished with fresh oil. I had to read that real quick. Hey, we're gonna do Psalms uh 91. We're gonna start at verse 5 again. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Hey, it's gonna be death. Hey, on the left hand, right in front of you and behind you. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So with your eyes, you're gonna see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So neither plague is going to come upon you. Name where am I at? For he shall give angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So these angels is going to uphold us. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under thy feet. Hey, who that dragon in Revelation? That's the Edomites. Because he hath said, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Because the Lord going to show us our salvation, but he's also going to show us the destruction, the reward for the wicked. Now I'm gonna try to think of what else I can bring out real quick.
Live your best life. Be a badass.
Bet. Man, hey. See, that's what's going on. Live your best life in a world that's in a country that's about to be destroyed, that's about to receive great judgment. People gonna be living their best life, and they're gonna be caught up in this destruction. People, and what's living your best life? What people doing? Drinking, eating, partying, hey, doing some kind of lewd sexual acts. Hey, they living their best life. They could be destroyed while they doing it. Hey, that's the spirit. So we're gonna go to Matthew. I think it's the 24th chapter. I was looking for something, but you can go to Matthew 24. And that's the mind of our people. Everybody, live their best life. Hey, if you live in your best life, you're not trying to save your life. And if you're saving your life, you can't. If you're trying to save your life, you can't live your best life. Now let me. Oh damn! Yeah, we got a whole passage we're about to go over right here. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So, if I'm correct, Yahawadah don't even know the day or the hour. Hey, but the Lord is putting everybody in position. Then He gonna give the order. So again, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But what did we read? And I think 1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye brethren, that day should not overtake you as a thief. We don't know the day or hour, hey, but it's not going to overtake us as a thief because we waiting for it each day. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So the Lord was saying that before He comes, these days are going to be like the days of Noah. So the same thing that's going on right now was going on in the days of Noah. And what was going on? For as in the days that were before the flood, the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And I'm on the square, I'm downtown. Hey, it's a bunch of bars and restaurants out here. So people eating and eating, celebrating. I saw people with some dresses over here. So they celebrating something for whatever reason. And they're going to be doing that until the day that the missiles come. Because the Lord comes as a thief in the night. That means these missiles coming as a thief in the night. So they're going to be doing this stuff until the day that the missiles is shot off at America. Hey, then they're going to start scrambling, trying to figure out how to receive salvation. And then, let me continue. So that tells you, in the ancient world, they had a system. See, these Edomites and white men, they like to make it seem like they invented everything. Oh, this ain't nothing new. The white man ain't doing nothing new. Same thing that was going on now was going on in the book of Genesis. And what else was going on? They was doing gene manipulation, um, playing with genes, um, uh, homosexuality, LGBTQ, whatever. That was Sodom and Gomorrah. That was before the flood. Um, they was doing all kind of stuff. So let's start over from 38, 37, and go through verse 39. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So these people had no idea the destruction was coming, hey, until the flood came and took them all away. These people are not going to know that the destruction is coming until the missiles be in the sky and come and burn these people away. Because we already, hey, I told them, hey, America will be destroyed by fire for the wickedness that it pushed out in all the world and for what it did to the Lord's chosen people. And I gave her that, hey, that's some explicit detail concerning America. That's something you should be trying to search out. That somebody told me that. I'm gonna go do a search on that. I'm gonna ask the scriptures to write down so I can read. I'm gonna ask for some more sources. Hey, you got any less? Hey, because I don't want to be here. I'm gonna search that out. I gave her the info. She didn't want to search it out, so she not gonna know that's what's going on until the missiles in the sky to come take them all away, to come burn them all up. These people eating, drinking, celebrating, they got no idea what's going on. And they're not going to find out what's going on. They're not going to find out what the Bible about. They're not going to find out that what we about until the missiles come. And that was the same before the flood. People was, not taking heed to Noah, to the prophecy. They was busy living their best life, being a badass, being whatever they want to be, until it started raining. And that rain was a warning. Because mysteries of the kingdom always say the rain creep up on you like footsteps. You hear the rain hitting on something, hey, then it start falling on you, and then like footsteps, it started raining more and more. And what's gonna be our warning? All these electrical devices gonna be going off. A warning. Nuclear missiles that have just been shot at these U.S. cities. That's gonna be the raindrops creeping up on the people. And then the missiles gonna rain down on this place and take them all away. And they're not gonna know until they get that warning. Then it's gonna make it even more real, hey, when they see the missiles in the air. And then when they being amazed one at another, when they shall see their faces as fire, and then they gonna know what this was about. Hey, Matthew 24:40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. Hey, we watching because we don't know what hour he coming. Hey, we could track down the days, but we still don't know the exact day or hour. And guess what? The very day that the Lord comes, hey, we're going to be looking for him then. Hey, some of us might be teaching. Some of us might be preparing a lesson. Well, actually, we're going to be on the run. But, hey, we're going to be looking for the Lord. Hey, while we on the run, we still going to be having service. We still going to be breaking down the scriptures and the precepts, hey, just to be feeding ourselves something. So again, it says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. And we supposed to be watching for him. Ain't none of these people watching. If the Lord came back right now, man, dang near this whole city would probably be taken by surprise. It'll probably be a handful of people, hey, that's expecting the Lord. And those to this truth, we watching out for the Lord by monitoring the prophecies. Always coming back to the scriptures. When we see something that's going on in the world, we say, hey, that's talked about in the scriptures. We watching for the Lord. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known at what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Right, so if a good man knew a thief was coming, he would have been watching. But you're not watching, you're not going to know when the thief is coming. These people not watching, so they don't know when Yahawadah, who is the thief, is going to come steal his people, the 1/3, the elect, hey, from this place, America. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. So this says, be ready. Be ready at all times. And it says, be ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. So be ready even when we're not expecting him to come. So be ready during the times we expect him not to come. So this means be ready at all times, always be watching. And this is spiritually. Be ready spiritually. Always be watching for him spiritually through the scriptures. So again, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. So even be ready when we think he not coming, when we don't expect him to come. Be ready. And that's what this is saying. And then, hey, me and my lady might go get some food after this. And we're going to be watching out for them. Hey, I'm going to be watching. Hey, do we still got money on our app, on our debit cards? Did the economy collapse yet? I'm waiting for some food. Hey, I'm going to be looking on YouTube. What's going on with Russia? We always looking for the Lord, trying to stay ready. And this stands ready. This means stand in this truth. Don't put this truth down for a moment, because it's a holiday, because you got the day off, because it's your anniversary, your birthday. Hey, don't let none of these stupid American-made holidays make you celebrate and do all kind of wickedness. Don't let none of these stupid holidays make you forget, hey, you an Israelite. We gotta walk a certain way. Stand ready means stand in this truth. Stay a believer, and that's for the believers and the teachers. Stay studying. The way we walking, keep walking that way. Don't go eat some shrimp because it's your birthday. Hey, the laws that we keeping to the best of our ability, keep those laws. And stay in our right mind. You get too unsober, you do all kind of stuff. But that just means be ready. So again, I'm gonna cover the scriptures concerning salvation tomorrow, Lord willing. Depending on if I have some interactions with some people and they say some stuff on camera that we gotta address. But long story short, hey, nobody gonna be taken out of here. We, the believers in the Lord, we part of the Lord's elect, we gonna be left here through all this stuff that's going on to see the reward of the wicked, to receive our salvation. Because for us to receive salvation, that means, hey, somebody receiving destruction. And so, and this is why we're gonna be left here. But again, be ready, because we know not what day or what hour the Lord come. And be ready in such an hour when we think the Son of Man not come. And that's what it means to, and that's the true believers. And that being said, we're gonna close out for the day. We're gonna face the east. And we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawadah, Bahashim, Yahawadah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Until tomorrow, Lord willing, Shalom.